North Korea has the world's tallest building, but it's empty. Imagine standing at the edge of the world's tallest unoccupied building. It looms before you like a massive pyramid, stretching 330 meters into the sky. This is Ryugyong Hotel, Pyongyang's crown jewel. Its most iconic yet controversial landmark, standing proudly in North Korea's capital. The building has been under construction for more than 3 decades, yet remains eerily vacant. Despite being the tallest structure in the country and one of the tallest in the world, it has never served its intended purpose, a luxurious hotel for international visitors. How does a project like this come to life? And why has it never been finished? Why is this architectural marvel in some ways a symbol of power, sitting empty in a city that's often closed off from the rest of the world? Over the next few minutes, we're going to uncover every layer of the Ryugyong's hotel complex history, from its grand inception to its troubled journey, the political context surrounding it, and the fascinating, sometimes confusing decisions that led to its prolonged abandonment. The Ryugyong Hotel was not just another high-rise. It was a bold, visionary project launched during a time when North Korea sought to assert itself on the global stage. It was meant to be more than a hotel. It was a testament to the world. And over 30 years, it has stood as a silent reminder of the struggles, contradictions, and ambition that have shaped North Korea's modern history. But what does the building represent? A symbol of defiance? A dream that could never be realized? Or something else entirely? In this video, we're not just looking at the history of the Ryugyong Hotel. We'll briefly discuss the tragic story and history of North Korea. How does this building reflect the government's desires, struggles, and contradictions? Why did construction stop in the middle of the project? And what did that mean for North Korea's standing in the world? But before we get to the building's grand design and troubled timeline, let's first take a step back and examine the political and economic climate of North Korea during the 1980s. Let's start at the beginning. North Korea in the 1980s was a nation striving for both self-reliance and power. Under Kim Il-sung, the country's founding leader, the nation was marked by heavy military investments, a cult of personality, and isolationism. Pyongyang, the capital, was the centerpiece of this vision. Every building, every monument was designed to send a message about the strength of North Korea. But what did that mean for Pyongyang, the city that would give birth to the Ryugyong Hotel? Why was it chosen as the site for such an ambitious project? And how did the city's political and economic conditions influence the hotel's construction? As North Korea was emerging from the scars of the Korean War and maintaining a tight grip on its people, Kim Il-sung sought to elevate Pyongyang as a shining example of North Korean prosperity and military might. The city would not just be the capital, it would be a symbol of North Korean power in the eyes of the world. Fast forward to 1987, the Ryugyong Hotel is conceived. At this time, Kim Il-sung wanted to showcase North Korea as a modern, powerful nation. The hotel's design was ambitious, standing at a planned 105 stories. It would dwarf anything built in South Korea or even in America. The building was to be equipped with 3,000 rooms, a convention center, a luxurious restaurant, and a revolving restaurant on the top to offer panoramic views of Pyongyang. It was to be a monument to modernity, wealth, and success. Why did North Korea decide to build such an extravagant project when the country was already facing severe economic hardship? And what did the hotel represent on a global scale? In a nation that was already isolated, The hotel was to serve as a bridge to the outside world. North Korea hoped to attract foreign diplomats, tourists, and business people to visit and marvel at the grand architecture. It was a way for the government to prove that they were not just a small, isolated nation, they were a rising global power, capable of competing with the world's greatest cities. As the hotel's construction began, the world around North Korea was changing. The Cold War was coming to an end, and with it, the Soviet Union, the country that had been North Korea's most reliable ally, collapsed. This shook North Korea's economy to its core. The building project, like so many others, faced a sudden and severe shortage of resource. How did the fall of the Soviet Union impact North Korea's ambitions? And what role did international sanctions play in the hotel's stalling? Could the hotel have been completed if the country was not facing economic collapse? With the end of the Soviet Union and the rise of a global economy that largely ignored North Korea, the nation struggled to maintain its projects. The building materials, the foreign expertise, and the technology needed to complete the hotel all started to vanish. What had seemed like a magnificent future project was quickly becoming a liability. In 1992, the construction of the Ryugyong Hotel came to a complete stop. The building was only halfway completed. For over a decade, it would sit unfinished, a concrete skeleton rising against the skyline. The world had begun to wonder if this building would ever be completed, or if it would simply be a testament to unfulfilled ambition. Was the Ryugyong Hotel a failure from the start, or could it have been completed under different circumstances? What did the North Korean government think about this massive unfinished project? The years of abandonment were difficult for the people of North Korea, but the government continued to promise that the building would one day be finished. Still, as the country's economic hardships continued, it seemed more and more likely that the hotel would remain a symbol of broken dream. In 2008, after almost 16 years of silence, construction was restarted. A new partnership with the Egyptian company Orascom, known for telecommunications work, was struck to finish the hotel. But this attempt would face even more obstacles. Could North Korea truly complete the world's tallest hotel in the face of its ongoing economic isolation, political struggles? Let us know what you think in the comment section.